Hi lovely people, welcome to Zopplady, welcome to my channel once again. And today, guess what? I have a South African in my guest seat. And today's topic is, I think I want him to introduce the topic to us. And then after he's introduced the topic to us, he's going to tell us a bit about himself. And then whilst he's talking, we'll be probing further to ask further questions. Yeah, so, yeah.
Right. My name is Motlatjo Maputla. I am 31 years old.
Yeah.
Originate from the Limpopo province.
Okay.
But yeah, migrated to Pretoria. Even got captured by a lady in Gauteng province. But yeah, here we are. I've been here for I think 7-6 years now.
Okay.
And yeah, so far so good.
So far so good. So how are you finding Pretoria?
It actually still feels like, you know, where I come from.
Okay,
because
so
most of the people that work here, particularly in circles that I come across, are people that originate from back home.
Okay.
So it still has the same sort of feeling and vibe. You know?
Yeah. Wow.
And then, yeah, thank you for inviting me. I've never done this before.
There is always a first time
There's
to
always
everything.
a first time for everything. So let's see how this one goes. But yeah, I think since you've conversed before, I'm comforting myself with the fact that this will just be a naturally flowing conversation. So let's just see how that goes.
Okay, so now you know a bit about him.
Yeah.
And today I want him to introduce our topic for discussion. So what's our topic for discussion?
Our topic for discussion is how do men heal from a heartbreak?
Yeah.
Yeah, a very interesting one because
do men get heartbreak? Let me ask this question in the first place.
Men do.
You do?
Yeah, men do. And And whenever that happens, a lot of things go wrong.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of
really?
Things, yeah, a lot of things.
How do you show when you are broken-hearted?
So I'm going to share my experience.
Your experience. Wow, you see now we're going to have a typical life experience. So this is not the story, but we're going to hear him say.
There's a lady I dated. I was still in varsity in the Free State. So I knew her brother, but I didn't know her. Okay. And I didn't know that she knows me.
Okay.
You know. So yeah, she found a way to slide into my Facebook.
Okay.
Messages. Yeah. Then we got the conversation moving, and it was just we just gelled. You know? It was a very good at first. Yeah. And then she was based in Gauteng. Okay. Then we set up a date that she comes and visits me. Okay. You know, but I think she was taking a gap year at the time, so she doesn't necessarily have the funds. Okay. You know? So I'm like, don't worry. Yeah. My grocery money for that month went to her.
So what men can do for love? What's supposed to take care of him? He gave it to a lady.
No, grocery money went to her. She got on a bus. She came to Bloemfontein. We had a good time. Very, very interesting lady. Yeah. But our relationship didn't last that long. I think it was a good 4 to 6 months.
4 to 6 months, okay.
Yeah, then she was like, no, I can't do this long distance anymore.
Oh, so it was long distance.
That broke my heart. Yeah, it was long distance. That broke my heart. I remember one Sunday afternoon, I was studying with a cup of tea in my hand. For some reason, the tea ended up on the laptop. I don't remember what happened. I just got so distracted. But I can confirm that that was a very life-changing moment for me, because I think a couple of ladies that came after her were collateral damage.
So they have to pay for the sin.
They paid. They paid. It was.
That's not nice.
Something. Yeah, it's not nice, but.
Yeah. But why do you decide for other ladies to pay for someone's wrong?
So for me, I don't consume alcohol.
Okay. Wow.
And I know a lot of guys, when they go through that, they go deep into taking themselves down that route. Some, if they're on substance, they use substances just to try and ease the pain. You know. Okay. It's not a lot of guys, I must say, that actually go the church route. What I've seen, or that I've come to realize is that a lot of ladies during the process of a breakup, if they were church people, they go deep into
inside.
it. You know?
Okay,
yeah. But for guys, I don't know. I'm yet to experience it. I've never seen it before.
Okay.
So it's either all of a sudden you have 8 girlfriends, or
okay. Okay, yeah.
or you just jump into the alcohol ban. You know, just to try and comfort yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the idea is trying to find something that will ease in your pain or rather make you forget. And I know with ladies that by the time she breaks up with you, she's been long planning this.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah.
How did you know that?
I know.
You have sisters.
I know. I have sisters who share these things
With you.
They've been planning an exit strategy, how they're going to execute it. You know. And
why sisters? Why did you give
the minute she says I'm done, they're done. You know. So it's a pity if you don't pick up the signs. You know, in the process. But once they say they're done, they're done. But with guys, it's a different story. So a guy will break up with you now because he just met a very nice lady down the road. A couple of months later, he realizes this is not actually what I thought it is. You know. Now, if he tries to come back and you push back, then it's downhill from there. You know. Yeah, because it wasn't a well thought process. Yeah,
it just hit him.
It was just a thing of the moment.
Wow.
But it's just that.
Yeah.
So it took me time to recover from that heartbreak.
Okay, so maybe before you continue the story, once you were saying, you said something that one of the things that you tried to do to recover from the broken heart was to date like maybe 8 girls.
Yeah.
But as a lady, how will I know that this man is going through broken-heartedness?
Okay, so
I want the signs.
You want me to share the secret now?
Just like your sister shared our secrets to you. We also want to know your secret. Tell us. How will we identify?
I think it's a matter of I don't know. Ladies have this sixth sense. You know, the minute you have that, and it keeps coming back, you should just know that something is wrong. You know, and a lot of guys are not very articulate, or rather they're not very comfortable with opening up and sharing how they feel about specific things.
Why is that? Why are men like that? Can you just...
I don't know. I'd like to think it goes back to societal norms. You know, where I come from, they say "monna ke nkulela teng," so directly translated, a man is a sheep. You know, sheep doesn't make noise. Even when you slaughter it, just you know, until you're done with it. So you cry from the inside. You don't necessarily show or express how you feel. So it's a very interesting one. You don't share, or rather show people how weak you are, or how vulnerable you are to a couple of things. You try and keep it together and just keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
Wow.
So
but
now,
in an attempt to do that, a lot of things go wrong. A lot of things.
So what are some of the things that can go wrong?
A lot of the things that can. I mean, you can imagine if this lady breaks my heart and I introduce 5 ladies at the same time, eventually they'll find out, or the one will find out.
Because you can't play them.
Yeah, no, you can't. You can't. So now you have an army of enemies that are after you. You know, because they are. What's that? There's a word that they use. They are rebounds. You know, so you now have 5 rebounds. Some of them were probably hoping that this thing works out. You know, but you are in it just to cool off. You know, so. Which sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't. So it was a very heartbreaking period, and a very sad one for me.
Oh, very sad. So do men cry after broken hearted, or apart from you keeping it within, do you shed tears?
Yeah, no, you do.
You do. Where do you do it?
You do in your bed.
But you can't share it with. You can't cry in front of your friends to show how broken-hearted you are.
Not cry. I think I've mentioned to the guy I was sharing an apartment with at the time. just how this thing is really making me the maker, you know. I had high hopes just in 6 months. So they're very right when they say a guy knows when they meet the one, you know.
Wow.
So, a guy knows when they meet the one, they know.
How? Now I am interested.
That is why it's possible for a guy to date a lady for 10 years. They break up. 6 months later, he's marrying another one.
Ooh.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
Wow.
Yeah. So a guy knows when
now
you meet
I'm
the one.
I'm interested to know, how do men know that this is the woman for me? How do you know?
Well, I'll talk about my wife.
Okay.
When I met my wife,
wifey, are you listening? Now your husband is going to let us know the secret.
I tell her this every now and then. She doesn't believe me that I knew from the moment I met you that you're the one.
Wow.
Yeah, from the moment I met her, I knew she was the one.
Wow.
So it was just a matter of keeping my rose in the dark. I was dating. I mean, in
the process of the AIDS.
in the process of getting things, you know. So I was dating a lady when I met her, and I'm like, okay, you know, I need to get out of this thing that I'm in, you know. So eventually I got out. Then this one that I saw for the first time, and I'm like, that's my wife. So you have it. It's just a feeling that you have, and the dating process is just a matter of validating this thing that you feel. You know?
Okay.
So you're getting to know her, getting to know her family, siblings. How does she view what are the three people? You know, your people, her people. You know, what does she say about them? And those things have an influence in the long run. So. No, for me, I knew when I met my wife that this is the one.
This is the one.
Yeah, this is the one.
Wow. Is it a feeling you have from within, or it's just
it's a feeling that you
have. It's a feeling.
Yeah, it's a feeling that you have.
And you have it for only one lady and not for different
no, for one lady. For one lady.
Yeah.
You have it for one lady. And I can safely say that lady that broke my heart, I had the same feeling.
For her, okay.
Yeah, that this is the one. But clearly I wasn't the one because she left. So I'm a believer that nothing just happens. So the fact that she broke my heart and I did not want to look back, she was not in it for the distance, it meant I was not her one.
Okay.
You know, because
I for her it was a distance.
Yeah, for her it was a distance, you know. So she says. I don't know how true that is. But
so then do you believe that it is women who get to choose the men and not the men choosing us?
Oh, well, I mean, we all have a choice. If I approached you and you're not interested in what I'm presenting to you, it's up to you whether you take me or not. I always say to ladies who say, no, I'm single, I'm like, there's someone in your inbox that you're not paying attention to, and that's the one. You know, just under your nose.
Wow.
Yeah,
just under your nose.
You just need to pay attention. Yeah, you just have to
look. Okay, so now maybe let me digress a little bit. Do you believe in the assertion that women should now make the move than men making the move first? How do you perceive women who go straight to a man to say, I want you to be my man? Will you take that woman serious?
Well, in this century that we live in, I mean, for me, my wife calls me a femme Julie. I'm very...
A femme Julie? What is that?
No, I'm very backward in my thinking. You know? I'm very...
And you tell me that
I'm very conservative,
Julie.
Yeah, she uses the word femme Julie, you know.
Okay, wow.
When you still believe in how things are done back in the villages and stuff, you are classified in that category.
Okay.
So for me... it's a very dangerous move, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, because you are attracting a lot of unnecessary cockroaches and things that you might not necessarily want. I believe in give me the signs.
Should give the sign and not to come direct. Okay. So what advice will you give
me the signs.
to young women who have butterflies in their stomach towards a particular gentleman? And she's giving all the sign, but the gentleman is not seeing it. What advice would you give? Can you look into the camera and tell her?
I think
the young women.
I think the takeoff point. Remember, by nature, men are the ones who do the hunting.
Okay.
Nature, you name it anyway. That's how it is. But the minute you think you found the one, my sister, and you get these butterflies, try learn about that person. Find out what he likes. It must be clear if you are willing to adapt or rather adjust yourself in such a way that your life would, gel in very nicely with how he does things in particular. And take it from there. Just give the signs, give the hints. If I'm a music lover, suggest that we go out for a music evening. I love theater. I love going to see plays at the theater. Bring that up, you know. I got 2 tickets. I was supposed to go with a friend, but the friend is disappointing, you know. Give the hint. Eventually, you know, the more time we spend together, ultimately things might end up in a way that you want, you know. So you don't just come. If I'm a very church person, I don't take alcohol. You call me 2 a.m. Drunk, saying that you need a place to sleep. I mean, like, really? I'm going to cut you off very soon. But so try and see if the things that I like and how I'm doing things are in line. Then get yourself close, you know. Get yourself close, and then ultimately let's have this conversation. This is how I feel. I'm not sure what your thinking or state of mind is, but I think that you are a man I would like to settle with. An ex-girlfriend of mine actually came back later on in the year saying, so she broke up with me. Let me make that disclaimer.
Is she among the 8?
No, she's not. She's not. So she broke up with me, and then later on, I don't know what happened in her life. Maybe where she thought the grass is green, it became darker. She came back and said to me, the grass was green, but I didn't know there's compost made of human droppings, you know, where I thought the grass was green. But I'm at a point where I think I'd like to settle down. And there's no other person I'd like to settle down than you.
But it was too late.
I said to her, join the queue. My wife was already in the picture. If you want to come back, I have a girlfriend that I intend to marry in a couple of years. So join the queue. If things don't work out with her, maybe I can consider you. So that didn't go very well for her. But I applaud her for coming back and saying, because you know, I think sometimes we just let pride get in the way, you know. There's no harm in saying, look, I messed up, I'm very sorry, can we work something out? Let's try again. I'm willing and looking forward to making things work. Sometimes that's what it takes. That's what it
takes. Okay, so now going back to our question, or maybe our topic. What advice would you give to young men who are broken-hearted as we speak? Because breakup happens every day. What will they do to recover, just like you did? Apart from, I don't see the 8 as the right
the solution.
But the process to that a boy or a young man should take to come out of broken-hearted and bring their life back on track and not get into alcohol and drugs, because that can destroy them eventually.
I mean, I think, like I've said, that it's a very difficult period. You know, so no formula works for all of us. You know, but it's a sign. I always believe in things revealing themselves. Excuse me. If a person is necessarily meant for you, things will work out in a manner that, you know, eventually the things work out. So if you've been heartbroken, some of you probably this weekend you're getting that text that I can't do this anymore, and they usually try and play it smart. No, it's not you, it's me, you know. Then you must just get the picture, my brother.
Well, that is the women telling you.
That's the women telling you. It's not you, it's me. And so I'm saying, actually realized I preferred you as a brother, as a friend, you know. I've heard it all.
You've had it all.
I love you as a brother, not as my boyfriend. You know. At that time, you've been trialing and supporting this person through the ups and downs of life, but they come back and So just keep it together. There's a very beautiful woman who's waiting for you. And when the time is right, things will come together.
Wow, when the time is right.
When the time is right.
So what I take from this one is, he cannot actually pinpoint what you should do.
No.
But at the right time, as
right
they say, time is the healer of everything.
It is.
Yeah, so on that note, we want to bring the interview to an end. And I don't know if you have any general thing to say, any advice. You know, the youth are my passion. Any advice at all?
I mean, it's I was saying to someone, I have a 2-year-old.
Yeah. Oh, he said, "Daddy." He didn't tell us that.
That's the only child I know of. If there's any other one, if there's any other one, I know nothing about them.
That is the African man, you know.
I know nothing about them.
Yeah.
So I was saying to someone, being a parent is a very, you can't even put words to it. It's very overwhelming. You learn a lot about yourself, a lot about this little person that half the time portrays what you are. But it's nicer if you parent with someone that you are aligned to, someone that you intend to spend the rest of your life with. So most of us, we just end up wake up, now you're a parent to someone that you just broke up with, or someone that you did not see a future with, you know. So I think we need to take it slow in that regard, because this is a lifetime contract.
Exactly.
Yeah, your contract with your child's contract.
It's a lifetime.
Only when one of you dies, that's when it ends. You know? So now imagine having to take care of this little one for so many years until they complete school and start working, co-parenting with someone that I don't get along with. I think on a daily basis, that's something that I'm very grateful for. That the only child I know of is with my wife. He's still stressing on that. And I think she's played a very important role in that little man being what he is today, and we are journeying very well. I'm loving how things are going.
That is really nice.
So they should take it easy. You should take it easy. There's no rush. When the time is right, the right one will come and things will fall into place.
He's a young man full of wisdom. That's why I like to engage, both young and old, to take their experience. Though he's young, he's really had a lot of experience. Some people are even older than him, but might have not gone through the experiences. So you are taking the advice from the young man. On that note, Zopplady would like to say a big thank you. Don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about who? Zopplady. Bye-bye.